Do you ever wonder who the guy in the red suit is? In Captain America the First Avenger, during the Stark Expo, we see a display of a man dressed in a red suit and we never really know who it was. Well, he's an android known as the Human Torch. And just like the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, he can also set himself aflame along with other abilities. This is also a nod to the actor who plays Captain America in this movie, Chris Evans. He played the Human Torch in the movie Fantastic Four from 2005.
Master Flying Rhino's armor with authentic battle damage!
Do you know this scene was inspired by a real life event? The scene where Poe enters the Jade Palace and is blown away by all the relics is actually something one of the directors of the movie experienced. This happened when they entered the Skywalker Ranch of George Lucas. It's a place where all the props from the Star Wars movies can be found, so you can imagine how he must have felt. Time travel in Men in Black 3 makes zero sense. Okay, so Jay and Boris both travel back in time to 1969, and towards the end of the movie they are fighting on the docking station. So basically Jay's plan was to charge Boris, forcing him to shoot him with his pointy things so that he can travel back in time to dodge them. And he does this, but shouldn't there still be their past versions still fighting on the dock? Because when they traveled back in time in the beginning of the movie, they did not replace their past versions, they simply coexisted. Also, why did the injuries from the pointy things disappear? So traveling back in time heals your wounds? Because if it does, Boris should have grown back his arm after traveling back in time as well, because he loses his arm later when Kay shoots it off. In the movie Joker, when Arthur kills the 3 Wall Street guys, Arthur fires 8 shots without reloading with a revolver that can only carry 5 bullets. Also, did he not just murder a famous person on live TV after admitting to killing 3 other people? I'm only asking because after the rioters take him out of the cop car, he seems to have no handcuffs.
You don't like it? You can kiss my furry little butt.
Do you know in Men in Black 3, when Jay travels back in time to 1969, he gets pulled over and on the Coney Island advert next to him, we see Frank the Pug advertised as the incredible speaking dog, which means in 1969, he was probably still new to the planet and people used to pay to see him speak. Do you know he actually punched him for real? When shooting the scene, actor Harrison Ford accidentally punched Ryan Gosling in the face for real, and the shot was actually kept for the movie. Now there's no indication on how badly it hurt the actor, but as an apology, Harrison Ford invited Ryan Gosling to share a bottle of scotch with him, which seems like a Harrison Ford thing to do.
We could keep it this or we could get a drink. I'll take the drink.
How is Gore able to use Stormbreaker? I mean, in the movie, Stormbreaker seems to have a mind of its own. We see Stormbreaker displaying an attitude towards Thor and even disobeying his commands.
Stormbreaker, what are you doing?
At a point it even floats to Thor without Thor actually calling it. But when Gore takes it from Thor, it behaves accordingly and shows no resistance like a lifeless tool. Also, since Thor can call it from anywhere, why does he not just call it? While Queen Phoenix asked Russell Crowe to physically harm him to calm his nerves. He was nervous because Gladiator was his first major movie. Understandably, Russell Crowe was not okay with that idea. Instead, he sought advice from Richard Harris, and Harris's solution was to get Phoenix drunk. So after a few pints of Guinness, Phoenix started to relax a bit.